upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay.
Hey, Marty.
Yep.
Download the free
We've got Jana from Giant Eagle on the
thanks,
phone.
brother, man.
gas. Use promo code CARGO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CARGO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CARGO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Watch out for a couple of showers and a heavy thunderstorm today. We could see flooding downpours and localized damaging winds with a high of 77. A couple of showers and thunderstorms this evening, otherwise cloudy down to 61. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Chad Merrill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, summer is their season, and they're kicking it off with a free 12-ounce Sunrise Sunset Smoothie for National Flip Flop Day on May 28th from 2 to 7 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
James Hogan was in here. He's a pastor, but he's one of my close friends, and he has given us some more spiritual advice than you can ever believe. People say I quit on God. That's just a flat-out, bald-faced lie. I have found a great faith in him and his family. Brought his gorgeous daughter in here, Tabitha, and her brother Samuel just got a job with Tootie Mechanical, and I love hearing this stuff. He's a great man, and his wife is amazing. Their family's amazing. They're what Pittsburgh and family's about, man. And I'm glad to see them today. Hey, I wanted to bring Jana on from Giant Eagle because they made some new additions, and this is good stuff, regarding Rite Aid. And she's with us, Jana Drexler with Giant Eagle. Hi, Jana. How are you?
Hey, Marty, I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good. She emailed me this morning, and I could have just managed it that way, but this stuff is actually very important because so many people that are kind of questioning what's going on and how they should manage this. This information is really relevant. Kind of give us an update of where this stands right now with the Rite Aids.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know we talked last week whenever Giant Eagle Pharmacy announced that we would be acquiring prescription files from 78 of the Rite Aid locations that will be closing their doors. Some already have. But we were only able to announce specific store details about 30 of the Rite Aid locations last week.
Right.
And this week we're able to share some information about 17 more locations, which I know can be a little bit confusing to folks. They might say, why not just tell us every store right now? We are, just to be candid, not able to. There's a lot of confidentiality agreements around the discussions with Rite Aid and all of those things. So as soon as we at Giant Eagle Pharmacy are able to share more information in more stores, we are doing that as soon as we're allowed to. So that's what we're talking about today. We were able to share the specific store details for 17 more locations. So we're making progress.
No, you are. And you can't do it in the blink of an eye, which some folks would like. So help me with how this sets up. If their Rite Aid is already closed, does it stand to reason that their scripts have already been moved to a Giant Eagle?
Well, it depends on the Rite Aid location. So if it was one of those 30 stores that we had announced last week, I know a lot of those Rite Aid locations have closed, then yes, that prescription information, if those were one of the locations we were taking over, already available in the Giant Eagle Pharmacy system.
Nice.
This list that we have shared today of the 17 next locations, a lot of these stores, the effective transfer date, we're looking at next week, June 10th, 11th, 12th. as those Rite Aid locations close their doors, all of that prescription information is securely transferred. Once the Rite Aid closes overnight, all that information is transferred, and then the next day, that information is available at Giant Eagle.
And folks freak out over this stuff. And by the way, they should, because meds are so important, and it gets confusing, and folks get aggravated, and they get annoyed. What do I do if I want to find out if this has happened? If my scripts have been moved? How can I find out if my scripts have been moved and where?
Sure. So for the Giant Eagle part of this, KDKA Radio is kind enough to have posted all of the available store lists and information that we've shared so far.
Yep.
So that's all available online right now. Folks can check that out, and we have listed the Rite Aid location that is impacted with the Rite Aid address and everything like that, along with the Giant Eagle Pharmacy location that prescription has been transferred to, and the date that the transfer is happening. So we have all of that information out there and available. And if you know that you are one of the Rite Aid customers whose prescription information got transferred to Giant Eagle, it's honestly even easier for you, because once that transfer happens, it's available at every single Giant Eagle Pharmacy location.
Cool.
So you can actually just go into whatever store is most convenient for you and talk to the pharmacy team there, and they'll be able to pull all of that information up. Past prescription information, active prescriptions, refills, all of that will be available at every Giant Eagle Pharmacy.
Hey, Jana Drexler with Giant Eagle. Patrick sent me a note, said if you want, you can get your, you can call your doctor's office and have them send your script to Giant Eagle. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. So there are some of these Rite Aid locations that are closing their doors might not be locations that we acquired prescriptions from.
Oh, okay.
But those Rite Aid customers as well, if they have a Giant Eagle location that is convenient on their commute, whatever the case is, you can always have your physician transfer those prescription files, or next time you go to the doctor, they typically will ask you, hey, is whatever pharmacy we have listed here still your pharmacy, and they can change that for you right then and there. So yeah, there are a lot of good opportunities to change that over if that's something customers are interested in. But again, if folks have prescriptions at the 78 locations, Rite Aid locations that we acquired that from, they don't even need to call their physician.
Nice.
All of that information is automatically transferred, so they can reach out to Giant Eagle Pharmacy in person, over the phone. I know our team has done a fantastic job. They have special prompts set up in our phone system, so if you call Giant Eagle Pharmacy, you'll have a special prompt, a number to hit if you're a Rite Aid customer, have some special concierge services, help talk through what the process is and how we can help you.
Fantastic. Janet Drexler, Giant Eagle. Folks are freaking out. They're stealing this is invading my privacy. They have my private data. Shouldn't they just calm down, deep breaths? You're protecting their data.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's something that we want to make sure folks are very aware of and comfortable with, is the fact that all of this data information that's being transferred is being done through very, very secure processes. We at Giant Eagle Pharmacy are obviously a substantial pharmacy business in our own right, so we have all of those same privacy and protections in place for customers. Their data, their medical information, all of that is handled very securely and with the utmost care, so customers don't need to have that concern that their information is being in any way mishandled or ending up somewhere that it shouldn't.
Jenna, thanks. You're the best. Appreciate you. It's important stuff. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for helping us get the word out and helping people know where to find their prescriptions. We know it's really important and can certainly be stressful when the change has to happen.
It can, and you get it big time. Thank you. We'll be right back, folks.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
days a week. 7 days a week. That is not what I call a way to live. All right, I got to get my man on the phone here, and then I got to get my boy Joe Wadlow, who I love. Do you have Joe from White Oak still, Ryan? Joe.
He's on.
Huh?
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
my man, how are you?
Yes. Good, Marty. First of all, Amanda from Physical says to say hello to you. Wonderful young lady.
Okay, so Joe,
And,
what's
yes,
your name again? Is it Jess
Yes,
or
sir.
Joe?
Joe.
Joe, thank you. My man,
Yes,
I
well,
wanted you to call back
well,
because
anyhow,
you have Parkinson's and you were going in there yesterday for treatment to physical. How did it go? Is it a good experience?
Well, yes. Well, she is starting a program for people with Parkinson's, but first of all, she's started a support group because Monroeville area did not have a support group for Parkinson's people.
Nice.
And she brought in the reason that picked my wife's interest, swallowing and speech therapy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
brought in professors. They brought in people with PhDs.
Wow.
At Duquesne University has a program down there strictly for Parkinson's people.
Wow.
So it's a 12-week program. So she's going to bring in other guest speakers, and then also, she's going to do physical therapy, and there is a program called Loud. People with Parkinson has to do everything when they walk, speak loud. When you talk, speak loud. Walk, lift your legs up, et cetera, et cetera. So she started this program, and I think I am going to continue out there and to join this program of physical therapy. And she's going to bring in other guest speakers. And it sounded like a real good program, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the program out there and Amanda, and she stated where all you went through to help you out.
Oh, I love her.
Kudos to you, and the best the physical program out there. And once I get started, I'll give you a call back in a few weeks. Okay?
Thanks, my man. I need you to keep us in the loop because you offer hope to other folks who don't want to get out of their chair, and you got to get out of your chair first.
Exactly. Yes, exercise and medication are the two biggest things that help us. And it is difficult to get out of the chair, like you said, but you got to keep moving.
All right, my brother, thanks. Thank you. All right, I got to go to my favorite Joe, who I've known for years and years and years, Joe Wadlow. My man, what's up? Joe. Is Joe still there,
He's
Ryan?
on. It says he's on. Let me.
Joe Wadlow from Monticello's. Do we have him? We're remote and Ryan is at the studio, so it's not as easy as you would think, folks.
Should be good now.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
My man. Joe Wadlow.
How are you?
I love this man. He is amazing. So we said to Joe, we want to give away some pizzas as a kind gesture. And my man Joe said, how many? And then Joe says, how about we give away 1,000 pizzas? Do you remember that, man?
I do. I was actually in Florida
That's
at
right.
the time, but
That's
my
right.
partners took care of all that. Yep.
You do that, man, because you care so much about people and you care so much about this community. Do you not, sir?
You know, that's one of the reasons I think we've been so successful is that we stay involved with the community in many different ways, and we really love it.
Oh, you're amazing. Joe, how many years you been making pizza? Monticello's, how many?
45 years yesterday.
Wow.
June 5th, 1980.
That's amazing, Joe. Are you kind of blown away by it?
You know, when you live it every day, you don't realize
That's true.
The impact that you have. But it's an everyday thing, all day, every day.
Sometimes it's a grind, but you got to fight through it, right?
Well, I think what I really enjoy about it is that I love people. I love my customers and my employees. And I try to do everything I can to make sure everybody enjoys what they do.
Oh, you're amazing. Here's what you do, man. You treat everyone like family, and all of your employees treat everyone like family. It's important, isn't it, sir?
We hope that works, and it's been working for 45 years. It's funny. I just got a text message from my dining room manager who left us 20 years ago, and she is coming in tonight with her husband for dinner.
Oh.
So it's crazy how we stay in touch all these years.
No, man. Joe Wadlow with Monticello's, we've been friends for more than 20 years ourselves. He's never said no. My boy John Perry was delivering pizzas to families in hospitals, and they would pick up pizzas from Joe's Joints and deliver them to families who had kids in hospitals and couldn't afford food. He's that kind of guy. So let's get weird here. Throw out the numbers of how many slices of pizza you've served. It's bizarre.
Well, I said 185 million, and it may be more than that over 45 years. And at one time, we had 13 locations, so it was difficult to calculate it, but I calculated that number based on what our commissary produces on a daily basis times the number of years, and I came up with that number. It's crazy.
What? Crazy? Come on, brother. Pushing 200 million of anything. Grains of sand, for God's sakes.
I know. Yeah, we make our dough fresh every morning and ship it out to the stores every day. And the recipe for all the sauces.
It's amazing, man.
And I think I told you the story about my partner Dominic when his mother came over from Italy, and he was probably 10 or 11 years old, and she made our first batch of spaghetti sauce the day before we opened in 1980.
Wow. Joe Wadlow, my man, I love you, man. You do everything right, and you absolutely do. 45 years, and you deserve all the recognition. You treat everybody the same, like family. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate it. Love your show, man.
Oh, Monticello's is our joint. That place, they're fantastic people with fantastic food. Monticello's, find your nearest location. I'm telling you, man, their pizza rocks. We'll be right back.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts?
Trump goes on Fox News a little while ago. Let me get to it. This is where we're at in America. He hadn't called him stupid fat yet. He hadn't done that. He mentioned that he had a black eye the other day. Now Musk said his son punched him in the eye, which is really weird, too. He said he asked his son to punch him in the eye, and he blackened his eye. Sure, Daddy. That's how it works. Trump is such an idiot sometimes. He literally said, we offered him makeup. Did you now, Donald? Trump said on Fox News today that Musk totally lost it. Quote, Elon's totally lost it. Musk said he wants to have Trump impeached. Musk said Trump would have lost without his money. He spent $300 to $500 million on him. And so now we have to, and they're not ready to talk. Donald isn't ready to talk. They're pouting still. Yeah, I hope it's okay. I wish this was a bad sitcom and you'd say, send both of those horrible actors home. But Musk makes decisions that affect the world with his cars and rockets and brain implant devices and AI and his genius. He's one of the biggest brains on earth, but he's one of the most immature men on earth. With the 13 kids with 8 women, he doesn't care about them. They all hate him. And Trump is the most powerful man on earth, who goes and tells the world that his best friend from 2 weeks ago has lost it. And he's going to cut $20 billion in contracts. Musk comes back and says, all right, I'll shut down my space station program. Huh? I'll shut down my rocket ships. What? And then God bless the poor people that either work for Tesla, more than 40,000 people, sell Teslas, maintain Teslas, or own a Tesla. Because this idiot is the man. It's awful. All these employees, now his stock dropped, biggest decline in the history of the company. So now his employees don't know what the hell is going to happen to their jobs. Boy, Kathy reminds me of these sophomore juvenile politicians. Macron's wife last week when she pushed him in the face. And they had some translator translated. She told him to shut up, get away from me. And he said, I think we can work on it. And she said, no, go away. I hate you. This is where we're at. What the hell happened to greatness and profiles and courage and wisdom and leadership? What happened? Seriously. What happened to big ideas? You know what's disgusting? Trump acting like a complete, total moron. And if you like him, good for you. And you think that his behavior is appropriate, you have now proven you have lost your mind. This is not how adults act. He's the most powerful man on earth. One post on X has sent the market in the past on a precipitous drop of over 800 points. Seriously, one post. One. Think of the secrets he has on Trump, which was Musk's bomb in the room, that Trump is in the Epstein files, which in essence is calling Trump a sexual predator with no evidence. If this were a bad marriage, you would say they have a bad marriage. But this is not. This is America, the greatest country on earth. It makes us appear like idiots. It makes us vulnerable and weak. And you got to wonder now what secrets Musk has, what access he's had to information, what he knows that he shouldn't know. It's frightening. It's frightening. Good luck, America. We're all going to need it. I hope that something changes and they can make up. But why would you ever trust them again or that relationship again? You couldn't. It's been a pleasure, folks. Live here at Oakmont Bakery. Talk to you.
The KDKA Mobile News.